One time I watched a video on YouTube about how to market your book. It was 5 steps. And then when this person went to go upload it, they had only uploaded one book in their account. And that's why I'm making this video, just so you can understand the power of marketing your book by doing these steps first. These really make a difference. I know a lot of people want to go out there and make a bunch of money, and I commend you. I think that's a beautiful thing. Having more abundance in our life can change. In this video, we're going to talk about the 3 things you should do before you market your book, but these are a part of marketing, and that's where a lot of the fluffy stuff gets thrown out the window in these videos. I don't want it to be fluffy. I want it to be very like, hey, I learned this thing from Jenny and now I can move forward. The reason why I bring up that YouTube video is because I've published over 611 books and I learn something every time I publish. I've crossed $132,000 in book royalties in 3 years. We're coming up on our 4th year. Most of these books are repeated pages. These are low content books, medium content books. I've started getting more into activity books, coloring books, and even compilation books. So we're going to talk about the 3 things that you should be doing before you try to make a bunch of money from your book. And the reason why I'm sharing this is because a lot of times it can be so discouraging to put your blood, sweat, tears, elbow grease into a book and to not see the fruit of your labors. And when you're publishing on the largest buyers platform, it's really important to remember that there's a better way, there's an easier way, and that's what we're going to talk about today in this video. Let's dive in. All right, so let's dive in. You guys know if we can do like step by step, that can really help us to get better results when we want to build more time freedom in our business. So when we talk about how to market your book, it's great for you to go and share photos of your book. It's great for you to buy your book when it comes out. But if you haven't done these very basic things first, it's going to be very discouraging when you're not able to tap into this first part. One of the reasons that I'm sharing these 3 things is because of this. There's over 90 million monthly buyers on Amazon. Wouldn't you want to know what they want, right? Like, it is one thing to put all of your ideas into a book, something you're passionate about, but if you want to make money with the time that you are spending marketing, you need to understand that there is a current ecosystem. Money is a wash on this site. It flows to you freely when you do this thing, okay? Now, quick disclaimer, not all results vary, right? So like I'm sharing this based off of my sample size. And I always want you to remember that like belief is a choice. Let's believe to be successful. Okay. So first part, 90 million monthly buyers. So what are you going to do with this information? What you're going to do with this information is you're going to type in the search bar. Make sure that you're always under the category of books on Amazon. You're going to type in words, and I want you just to do one letter at a time. I call this the ABC method. What happens is Jeff Bezos actually wants you to buy products from him. Is that shocking or what? So he's going to give you the most relevant, winning, money-making keywords because he wants you to purchase from him. We're using those things are called customer search terms. We're using those for our own data collection. Like now we know that Jeff wants us to buy this thing. We're like, hey, Jeff, thank you for the customer search terms. Now, you're not going to do this just one time because there's 90 million monthly buyers. We want to find as many buyers as possible, right? So let's go into what you're going to do with this step. Now that you have done this, I want you to take your phone if you're on your phone, and I want you to screenshot what you see. Because for every letter that you type in, or every word or idea, Jiffy, he's going to give us 10 winning customer search terms. I want you to write down what is the most relevant out of those words, okay? If all 10 are, write them all down. Then I want you to type in another idea that is so similar. Maybe it's like a different way that people would say it. Maybe it's a different letter or a different angle. I can't especially, like, this is so powerful because there's 90 million monthly buyers. We don't all speak the same. You guys know that from this channel. Like, you correct the way I say things, or I have dyslexia, or like I'm not a mathematician, okay? So like there's lots of different ways to say this. So I want you to gather customer search terms, at least 10. This is market research. Like when we talk about how to market a book, we have to have the right information before we open our bank account to say, climb in, get in here, get cozy. I was actually thinking about this today because I opened a utility bill for electricity. It's been so hot this summer. It was $258. It's due at the end of this month. And I was thinking, like, how many book sales is that? Like, I'm going to figure that out. And now I think about when this money goes in and money goes out, like how I can create more to cover little expenses like that. It becomes a game and it is so fun. I digress. Okay, so 10 keywords, okay? Here's the second part. So you've done the market research. Like, that's what's so crazy about these videos that go viral. Like, how to market your book. And then, like, they don't actually teach book marketing. Bless them, okay? So step 2 is market research, which you're like, didn't we just do that? There's a step to this, right? The market research is that when you see something, when you see those 10 keywords, those customer search terms that Jiffy or Jeffy gave you, you're going to click on one and you're going to spend time doing market research. And what does this look like? The next step, this is looking at the reviews, looking at the sales. Where does it fall in the category? Look at the cover. Get clues, take notes, like why does this book do well? Okay. The reason why we do this is because there's 90 million monthly buyers and they are buying what they love. And if we can create a book to fit in that ecosystem, it will be easier to market our books with ads and organically telling our family and friends about it, okay? So this is a market research stage that if you haven't made money, I'm not going to accuse you. I'm going to tell you that I love you, but I shouldn't say I love you, but I hate when people say that. I love you, and you have to put in the work. You have to look up why these books do well, okay? And you don't really want to pattern a book after something that's not selling, okay? Because we want to tap into the 90 million monthly buyers. And there are a lot of books that don't sell on Amazon because they don't go through these steps. They don't keep the customer in mind, okay? The fourth step after looking at all of these, like this could be its own, like talking about reviews in a video, talking about sales, talking about cover, all this categories, we could spend an entire video on each of these things, okay? It's just important for you to know because so many people skip it. The fourth step is we're going to reverse engineer everything we just learned. We're going to reverse engineer what we learned about the keywords. We're going to reverse engineer everything that we learned about the titles and the subtitles and the covers and the categories. And we're going to price our book in a way that makes sense. Okay, this is part of the market research. These things really helped me cross 6 figures, okay? So like there are a lot of different ways to be able to sell more books, and this is the foundation, okay? We've just laid the foundation. And now that we've laid the foundation, then we are able to do different things, okay? When we've laid the foundation, whoa, too big. When we've laid the foundation, then there's a couple things that happen for us that give us more time freedom, okay? If you don't do these steps first, then it can be really difficult to have time freedom because you're so worried about marketing your book. So the foundation that we just talked about here, right? This allows us to get organic sales, okay? Because we are tapping into the buyers on Amazon with our keywords. The second thing that this does is this sets us up to use ads. These are like little tiny, like we go find the 90 million monthly buyers. That's what ads do, okay? So the foundation here that we've talked about, right? Let's review it real quick, is that we are tapping into those buyers. Let me just put it here, okay? So understanding that the buyers use customer search terms every single time they buy. There's going to be a very small percent of people that type in whatever they want and they try to find stuff. And I don't necessarily think that's the best strategy to look for making $10 a day. We want to tap into like what's working, right? And so understanding there's 90 million monthly buyers, every day they type in what they're purchasing, what they want to purchase, and we get to do the research of the reviews, how much a book makes. We get to see the cover and we get to see the categories so we know how to position ourselves. So that this is the basis of being able to market a book on Amazon. Now, if you want to put it in a sales funnel, that's a different conversation, but I just want you to manage your expectations that this is really powerful. This is really powerful because when we don't lay the foundation of this, then we are not tapping into the biggest buyer's marketplace. So I have a free training coming up. We're going to be talking about the 3 biggest things that steps I took and that you can take to be able to start your book income stream machine. I've crossed over 6 figures. It's been really fun helping my students and other clients be able to establish this for themselves too. So I love you. Remember, if you don't quit, you can't lose. And there's another mantra here, and that is belief is a decision. Like, make the decision to figure this out for yourself. You've already got all of these gems. There's so many beautiful KDP YouTube channels of people sharing tips to help you on your way. Take those, collect those gems on your journey, and just understand that when you make the decision to be successful, that's your belief. Like, belief is a decision. So decide to be great, decide to figure it out, decide not to quit. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.